It's the NFL on EA Sports, where division rivals will clash in the NFC North. It's the Packers and the Vikings, next on Madden NFL 22.
U.S. Bank Stadium holds just under 70,000 spectators, and they've come out in full force for this one. A fantastic atmosphere here in Minneapolis. It can certainly get loud inside this building. And just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Green Bay Packers. Brandon Gaudin alongside the one and only Charles Davis. And CD, lots of compelling storylines in a game like this. Let's take a look at some of the numbers for these two offenses.
And I'm glad you brought up the numbers, because sometimes it's hard to quantify a team's performance solely by judging the numbers. But I think with these two teams, what you see is a pretty accurate representation of who they are.
Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. 6'4" Jordan Love taking the field for the first time. The 2020 first-round pick from Utah State set to lead Green Bay.
And at the start of Jordan Love's NFL career, he had one of the best seats in the stadium watching Aaron Rodgers work. But now he's looking for more than that. Rocket arm, big play potential. And he wants to show this organization that he's capable of being a dependable starter for the foreseeable future.
Jones with a carry on first down, but I don't think he even made it back to the line of scrimmage as the defense all over that one. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. At the 24-yard line. Now a draw play. This is Jones. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Throwing. Love. Able to find Isabella. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. Touchdown, Packers! Jay Sternberger, 50 yards, and the Packers have taken the early lead.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Abdullah's going to stay put, and the drive will start at the 25. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. As we get a peek at Brett Hundley, the former UCLA Bruin, he'll be the man under center.
And what's a quarterback's best friend?
Balance?
I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a lot of guys would say great receiver, right? A terrific offensive line. But I agree with you, balance, because if you can run the ball effectively, that just opens things up for guys who want to throw it and gives you easier passing lanes. And
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Harrison Smith on the safety blitz, able to get the sack. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack. To try again after the sack. Hundley, he's going to air one out. And it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. Shifts by him. And the Packers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
On 2nd and 9, Love over the middle. That's hauled in by Isabella. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Love. Got a man. It's Tunyon. And he is going to have a Packers first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Working out of the gun. Love. He gets this to Devontae Adams. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on a skill position, guys. But those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
On 2nd down, Dillon. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown.
Score!
A.J. Dillon, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Packers lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now 14-0. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it was A.J. Dillon who capped it off with a touchdown run. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard.
Throwing, Hundley. Open man here is Conklin. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. From the 45 on 2nd down, Hundley. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Now Hundley. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Kenny Clark, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. They'll set up a throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cook. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a fourth down.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So not exactly the response they were hoping for, but they'll take the 3 to at least get them on the score sheet.
Yeah, now's not the time to panic. All is well. Somewhat calm, only down 14-0. So continue to play your game, take the points when they're there, and put the emphasis on your defense to go out and get you the football back.
Isabella not going to risk a return here, and they'll start at the 25. Jordan Love and the Packers heading back out there. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why, looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, their team's not going to win. And right now, he's got his team in the lead.
And now they'll look to extend that lead. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
54's Mike.
To throw now. Here's Love. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 5 yards remain on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Love with a give to Dillon. And some room to work. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Vikings 26. A big pickup there on the run. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Man open, here is Jones. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Love going to give this one to Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 8-yard line.
They'll try again with Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Packers add on to their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. So the drive there took 6 plays. And the last play in the drive was a touchdown run by Aaron Jones. Amir Abdullah going to take it out of the end zone. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
The first down pass.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Kenny Clark in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. fielded at the 33. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. To pass, here's Jordan Love. He hits Adams, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big connection on that one. 30 yards.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Love. He goes right back to Adams. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Love's throw here taken in by Boykin. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. A 4-receiver look here. 3 out to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 8. This one swung out here to Jones. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Don't walk out here, man.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Love now. Touchdown, Packers. Miles Boykin there to make the grab. And the Packers are able to add on to their first half lead. That was quite the call down around the goal line on 4th and goal.
Yeah, they fake the run, pull it out, throw it, and as a defense, I've been in that spot before, and we see it all the time. You almost have to overcommit against the run. You have to almost sell out and say, they're going to run it, go make a play. They got fooled on that one.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. You can count his carries on one finger. They've only given him the rock one time, Charles. What gives?
So we can't draw any conclusions just yet. He has to touch the ball multiple times in order to get into a rhythm and have a chance to have success. You know who else gets into a rhythm? The offensive line. They feel better about what they're doing when they know they've had multiple opportunities to get it done.
Yeah, well, the conclusion we can draw so far, they're losing here in the second quarter. Let's see if they change tunes. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Packers are going to have it here just past the 25. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Here we go. Right there. 54. Right there. 54.
And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. First down and much more here for Jones. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. One play has them up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10. Here's Love. This one caught by Isabella. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome, everyone, to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. First up, though, a look at the next-gen stats for the Packers in that first half. And it's been the passing game that's been the story. They have feasted on this secondary to the tune of 200-plus yards already through 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they were on the other end of the spectrum in terms of passing efficiency. That's going to need to improve in the second half to come.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. Out is Brett Hundley and the rest of the offense as they'll take over here. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, want to get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little, kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter. To throw again on second down. Hundley, blitz coming, and down he goes. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the third down stop. They'll look to throw here. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's fourth down. On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. Jordan Love ready on first down here. It's caught here by Adams. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They will throw again here with Jordan Love. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. Well, their first sack of the game, and it doesn't come from a usual suspect, not somebody up front, but Charles, a defensive back getting in there.
And I can tell you from experience, he's beyond excited to make that play because you're exactly right. It isn't normal to call his number to run at the quarterback like that. Usually you're defending the pass, but he takes full advantage and dumps him to the turf.
Here's Riley Dixon now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Airing it out deep for Smith. It got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play that time through the air. 37 yards. First down, here's the run with Cook. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. And he's taken down inside the 30. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. That catch good for only a couple. Throwing again on second down. Hundley, and he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Kenny Clark getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. Gonzalez's kick is good. And they're back within 3 scores as it's now a 22-point game. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Love now to pass on 1st down. And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with a grab. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Love. That'll be complete to Alan Lazard. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And Jones is not going to have the 1st down as they stop him short. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Here's Riley Dixon now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
3 quarters in the books. Here we go. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis to throw again on 2nd down. Hundley. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24.
1st and 10.
They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Packers are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Again, it's Jones. And yet again, he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Great job by this Vikings defense. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
54 is Mike. Check.
On the handoff, Dillon. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 32-yard line.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game. The Vikings on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the 1st on the 35-yard stripe. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Open man here is Conklin. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
Now a throw here to his running back. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
At the 24-yard line.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Kenny Clark in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. He's going to let this go for the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
And they will take a knee here. Off the option, it's Jones. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line.
On the tackle. A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
Down to a knee goes Love, and that should be the final act of this football game.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.